absolutely. This is actually, I think we've both been here several times with Sean. I have several children that are extremely talented in the arts, and so what I've noticed is when I bring in the visual arts, some of my, all of my students are strugglers in reading and writing, and I've seen their level of interest because they are artists. Art is a medium they feel comfortable in. So when we take the skills, like today we were talking about details and how the author, or the artist rather, intentionally chose details to put in the picture, and then we can directly transfer that to, let's look at this poem. What are the word choices the author could have made? Do you see how he's intentionally choosing this word, this detail in the painting, this word in the poem, and there's that connection in an area where they're naturally successful and excited to an area that's a little more out of their comfort zone. So it's just been extremely obvious with a number of my kids.
Well, one thing I think it's real important for teachers to understand is that the arts can provide tremendous learning tools for teachers as ways to teach all kinds of curriculum, content, anything that you need to teach. You can use the Artist Toolbox with drama, with visual arts, with music, to enhance and deepen the learning and just enrich their lives in a way that's more meaningful than simply reading a book in class or hearing about a science experiment or some famous inventor. The arts really bring the learning to life.
I think it's really important that teachers realize that this isn't another thing.
Oh.
This is a different way of approaching the material. So it's not, I'm going to do this lesson on inferencing and another lesson on inferencing and another. It's directly embedding those standards, just using a different medium to get where we want to go. It's better use, it's smarter, it's working at the material smarter, not necessarily harder or longer, but getting to that deepening of understanding in a more meaningful and authentic and in a more efficient way. That's the word I'm looking for, efficient, right?
Efficient and constructivist learning.
So it's really their learning.
And the student is the one who's actively making meaning from whatever material is being delivered. There's certain things that you can emphasize, but the student is coming to the knowing on the student's own. And that's what we as teachers are tasked to do, is help that student become an independent, lifelong learner, because we're not going to be around when they're adults.